Are we live? Well, my life? Hello, I think I'm live. Hello, VOD viewers. Let's get some music going, I guess. Hold on, There we go, it's probably better. It's not competing with my voice at all. It's probably fine. I don't know how audible that is. I haven't streamed in a while. Let's see if anyone shows up. Oh wow, look at that. Wendy's here. Naturally. It's crazy. Alright, that's the stream showing up. Alright, let's test real quick. Let's just show up. Okay, yeah, there's a bit of lag, but it's fine, whatever. Alright. I meant naturally, like, without me having to advertise it first. You just showed up. You're a natural viewer. Even though you're subbed. So you're not really natural. Okay. I'm programming some SNES Mode 7 type thing without using any shaders or actual 3D. Because I want to do it that way. I have a spinning rectangle right now, but it's not working exactly right because it's like... So what needs to happen for the rotation effect to work in like 3D is that it needs to rotate, and then when it rotates, not do that. I don't want it to be like an iPhone screen portrait every time it rotates 90 degrees. I want it to rotate 90 degrees, like if you rotated your phone 90 degrees. So it rotates, but it's like, I guess because of the, rotation code that I found online, it's like, I don't know, I mean, I understand what it's doing. It's like rotating it in a certain way that, like, it just morphs it back into the original shape every time, which it makes sense, circles, but I need it to not do that, so I'm trying to figure out how to do that. And this is like step 1 here. I'm using this for testing and seeing. I think this radius of 8, because 16 is like way too big for these dimensions. These are dimensions for the Super Nintendo game. So, yeah, that's why. Don't do that. So then this should... Yes. So now... Yeah. So it's almost like a square rotating at like an angle. Like if you like held your phone and like rotated it towards the left. I don't know, I'm doing it in real life, you can't see that. But like, if you just kind of made it not face you and then rotated it, this is kind of what it would look like, I guess. Or if you took something that was square and did that. This is an integral. This is like the last step of the rotation part. And then I guess the rotation part is done, and then I can move on to the distortion effect. Because then I can apply this rotation to everything. That's not gonna work, right, is it? Yeah, that's not what I want. That is cool looking, though. Whoa, look at that. It's like traveling across the screen. That's cool. Fake 3D is an interesting thing. Thank you, I appreciate it. Sorry, your messages I'm not seeing live, but I appreciate that, thank you. So it's rotating it. This is strange because wonder if I got rid of this one so I could just see one triangle, what that would look like. Oh, it's still drawing it. I forgot about that. So it's okay, so wait. So then this is... It's weird how it rotated that much. This is what it's normally supposed to look like. So this is... I mean, I hope you can see it. Hold on. Oh, you can't. So... Oh, can you see my cursor? Wait, that would be awesome if you can see my cursor. Okay, you can. So this is the top right, this is top left, bottom left, bottom right. So this is TL, TR, BL, BR, how I name them. And so it's just two triangles that make a rectangle because that's how you would do a 3D plane in 3D if you weren't modeling in quads and you were using tris like a normal, sensible person. And so what's drawing me is 80 pixels away from... They're actually over here, and I'm moving them over here in post. So it like... So it's getting moved over here in post, but really it's over here, so it's rotating around 0, 0. So this is 80... This point right here is 80 pixels left of 0, 0. And... Or, sorry, no, it's 80 pixels right of 0, 0, and this one is 80 pixels left of 0, 0. And all of them are 160 pixels vertically away from 0, 0. So that's why it makes the rectangle shape. But it rotates as if it were a square, which is interesting. And it's interesting that it automatically corrects itself into that position. It's very interesting that it automatically corrects itself in that position. Why would that happen? It's the distance, because if I were to make all of these 80 and not have any rectangle shape, just have it be a square. Well, square is a rectangle, but straight up square, it works exactly how you would expect it to. But the thing, and I should also explain, this is for that billiards pool game idea I had, that I posted about on Blue Sky. I made like the 10 post long thread about it. And so I need it to be long instead of a square. Because if it was just a square, this would be perfectly fine, but for the calculations of the balls, like it would need to be that way. And also because of the distortion effect, it would create proper distortion, not just basically do what it was doing before, but making like a trapezoid instead of a rectangle. I just have these lines here to like make sure it's lined up in the center. I'm at a loss here. So why would it do that? Oh, wait. Because the points define the circle, oh. Shit. Oh, wait. I could be completely off with this here, but this might do it because the points define the circle, so they're moving in a circle that like is defined by themselves. So what that means is that because it's moving at a circle. Oh, okay. So this makes sense because the X, so say that you take the top left corner. Oh my god. You take the top left corner and its starting X position, its length from the center, its radius is 80 pixels. Its Y, the Y coordinate for the top left, is 160 pixels away from the point in the middle, the radius is 160 pixels. So if you were to rotate a point that had both an X and a Y of 80 of the radius, it would rotate in a perfect circle. If you had one that was 160, it would be a bigger circle, but it would be still be a perfect circle. But because it's in the pre-calculation, it's pre-calc. Look at that. It's a class. Because it's in the pre-calculation, it is it's mixing the two together. So you're getting a rotation that is at like a 1.5 kind of circle. It's rotating in an oval instead of a circle because you're mixing one radius that is like one length if you were to do ratios, and then the other one is double, so it's 1/2. You're making a circle that has 1/2 radius, which is weird because that's an oval, not a circle. So if I were to just apply that calculation in post, because it's a perfect because a pool table is a perfect rectangle. It is 1/2. It is a 1/1 square and another 1/1 square right next to each other. So if I apply that distortion of the rectangle in post by just multiplying all of the Y coordinates by 2, which would make them from 80 to 160, but not in the pre-calculation, in the post-calculation, then that should create the circle, or the rectangle. Let me also do it here, just for posterity. Posterity? I don't know, I think it's posterity. So then this should be Okay, but what if I was wrong, actually? Hmm. That's embarrassing. I don't think I'm on the wrong track, though. I don't think I'm on the wrong track. I think I'm on the right track. I'm just thinking of it wrong. Why would it still do it in the post calculation, though? That's interesting. Well, I guess because it's drawing it either way. Hmm. Let me just... I had like a moment there. I had 2 concurrent viewers for a second. Where'd they go? They got bored? Oh, whatever. And I assume if I were to do this, it would be the same thing. I mean, that's just for one side. Oh, I broke it. Oh, look at that. It's funny. Dun, dun. I need to figure this calculation out. I don't think this is gonna work at all, but I'll try it. No. What the fuck did I do? How did that even happen? That's interesting looking, but wrong. And still not rotating correctly. That's very interesting looking, though. I like that. It's still doing that thing, technically. Triangle. Why is your profile picture Hotel Mario? Oh. Oh, yeah, I don't know why I thought that was gonna do anything. I'm trying to make a... I'm trying to do a mode 7 type, like the SNES, mode 7 type, pseudo 3D plane rotation of a flat rectangle. Right now I have this, and if I make it a rectangle from the start, it kind of breaks. So right now I'm just kind of sitting with a square. I need to do the rotation first before I apply the distortion effect, which is very easy. I figured that out already in the past. The rotation I have not yet gotten to figure out. Just because it's a rectangle and not a square. Oh, to rotate rectangles. Just in general. Easiest way to rotate a rectangle. Stack overflow. These are rectangles defined in the terms of the x-y coordinates and the width and height. I figured out how to rotate them in terms of coordinates. X equals cos degree times x minus sin degree. Y equals sin degree times x plus cos degree times y. But I'm stuck in height and width. I'm sure there's an obvious solution. I'm missing it matters. I'm using Python. Description. Why is Stack Overflow in white? What programming software has a white theme? Like Yoshi's Island, like Super Mario Kart, like Pilot Wings, like every single Mode 7 game. I am built for programming, sadly, so I'm going to do it. Hi, Squid Gisset. Anyway, let me look up Game Maker just to see if anyone has any specific answers. When rotate... Wait, what? Yeah, like the title screen in Yoshi's Island, but Mario World is a better example. Specifically, I think Pilot Wings is an even better example of what I'm trying to do. The actual implementation that I'm doing is closer to, I guess, super effects, you could say, but the end result is going to be executed visually more like Mode 7, so... It's funny. Shout out EST. Fuck, okay, you rotate... Let me put these all back at 160. It's almost there. I wish Game Maker had rotation, like you can just rotate images. You can just take a whole sprite and spin it, and it just works. It works. It just works. circles are like the one thing you have to do so much work for in Game Maker. Everything in Game Maker is so easy. It's so easy to just do that in Game Maker, do anything. But circles like the one thing that you have to put in all this work for. And it's like, I wouldn't feel so bad about it if everything else you had to put in an equal amount of... Yeah, I know you can just rotate sprites. That's what I'm saying, is that I wish you could just... I wish other things just had, like, a rotation function. Like, you set, like, a point, you set, like, a distance, and then you can just add angle. But you have to do... I don't know. All this... I mean, that's almost what this is, but there's no, like, center point. So you have to, like... I don't know, it's weird. You have to rotate the points individually. Like the X and the Y coordinates. What if I do... This might be math wrong. I don't know, I might need to do it on the actual thing. Whoa, okay. Hello. Not what I wanted. It is probably more of a pain, but I'm very insistent on doing this because I think it would be cool. And it's still doing it. Rectangle, same rectangle. Rectangle, same rectangle. It's so close. It's almost there. Something here is wrong. There's probably a million things here. No, it's not, I explained it, sorry, I don't mean to sound like, demeaning or anything, but it's not right because for the distortion later on, I need, so that if the rectangle is like this at the start, I need it to be this, but 90 degrees when I turn it, but when I turn it, it morphs into the same rectangle, just with, like, the different sides, at different sides, so it's like, yeah, I don't know, it's like morphing. It shouldn't be morphing, it should just be rotating. And I know why. It's because of how, because you have to rotate the individual X and Y coordinates separately. So the Y coordinates are all moving at a radius of 160 degrees, but the X coordinates are all moving at a radius of 80 degrees. So their circle is smaller, but the Y circle is bigger, so it creates that weird 2-to-1 thing, instead of just rotating everything. They don't. I wish they did. Because the length is the radius. This function is used to get the X component of a position at len pixels from a starting point and in direction dir. So len is every point, but if every point uses the same math and it's a square, and I tried applying the math afterwards to make the 80 into 160 to make it a rectangle, but that doesn't work either. If you just make everything 80, then it's a square. It works perfectly fine, rotates perfectly how it should. But it's rotating a rectangle like a square if I make it a rectangle from the start. No, I tried doing that. I'm so embarrassed because I did it. And I was like, oh my god, yes, I figured it out. and you just add, you just multiply it by 2 afterwards, and then you get 160, and then it works. It works because it's how it works, and and then yeah. You put these here, Oh wait, fuck you. Oh yeah, I did it, and now it'll. Oh no, it's doing it again. Oh, that sucks. It does suck. I hate that. I wish this was just easier. I hope I understand it better. Fucking hell. I've put like probably 5 hours, 6 hours into this. It is a cool effect, but it's not cool enough. And if I applied this to the X, then it would just make another square. I fear, it's square. Yeah, that's a square, and it's not even... Oh, because I'm not clicked in. That's a big square. It is a... yeah. Okay. This is also a cool effect in isolation, but also not right, because it's still doing the same thing. Rectangle, another 90 degrees. Rectangle, another 90 degrees. Rectangle, another 90 degrees. Rectangle, god damn you. Bye-bye, thank you. Let's get, it's basically, I mean, I kind of do that in my head, to some extent. It's kind of just how I think about literally anything. It's just trying to break it down into its most simple parts. And because that's how I'm looking at this now, conceptually, is that the x-coordinates are moving at one radius, and the y-coordinates are moving at a different radius. I should, like, I'm at college. I should, like, go to a geometry professor and, like, ask them how this works. If I can get this, as soon as I figure this out, I'm gonna end the stream. Or if my roommate comes back first, because he's at a party right now. What if it was just order of operations different? Because I guess the thing that just needs to move faster is this. To catch up, because I need to divide it if I wanted that to... I guess, I think, maybe, I don't know, maybe, I'm not sure. I don't know. It does the same thing! Alright, hold on. I'm opening MS Paint. Display window, whatever, hold on. Alright, you can see this. So, what's happening is that this is the rectangle at the start, right? What I need it to do is to do this. I need it to look like this. What's happening is when I rotate it, it kind of goes like, it kind of rotates, and then eventually it morphs back into this. Which is not what I want. I should not be doing that when I have the thing open. It's doing that, and I don't want it to be doing that. So it's making me mad. Does that make sense? Did that show anything? I don't have like anything open, but... So, yeah. So it's... So when it rotates, it is not actually rotating, it's just making another rectangle that is the exact same shape and rotation. I don't know how else to explain it than that, because that's just exactly what it's doing. But it should not be looking like this. Because if I were to apply the distortions to this to make it look like mode 7, then if I rotated it, it wouldn't actually... The pool table wouldn't actually rotate. It would just, like, be... No, I can't do that. Could I do that? No, I can't. Oh, wait, could I... No, that would just... No, that wouldn't work. Would that work? No, because it'd be the same thing that I was doing before with the post-mathematics and the distortion to get the rectangle, but it'd just be a different way around. No, I don't want it to rotate in 3D. It's not rotating in the right 3D. And also, it's not actually rotating. It's non-Euclidean. That's what I've made. I've made a non-Euclidean 3D plane. Which is not what I want. I've made a... Maybe you could say I've made a square that is just being crazy distorted by a camera, but it's not a rectangle, like a pool table. Why do I understand this math? Why am I explaining this and nobody else understands this? Why am I, like, burdened with this? And nobody else online has tried this? Like, really? Not a single other person has tried to do this online. Well, people have tried to do it online, but they use shaders. Has no one tried to do this with just math before? And I can't even look at, like, the Super Nintendo original code for how this works because it's completely different. Because it uses scanline. No. Hold on. I'm researching mode 7 now. I've never done this before. The Z I have figured out. Oh wow, so they were... But is this conceptual math or is this... No! I'm not learning shaders! It's not about that. It's not about just doing it. It's not why I program. I program because I want to do shit. If someone else has already done it, what's the point? I don't want to do that. I can have other things to help me do it, but I'm not just gonna do it verbatim. No, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you, HPR, don't worry. Hi, new person. I'm trying to program a SNES Mode 7 type effect, like pseudo 3D, but it's not really working right, and I've explained why it's not working right like 3 times, but it's not working right and I'm trying to figure it out, and now I'm looking at, like, advanced 3D geometry math in order to figure this out. Divide Z by D, so that's an important factor, zoom factor. Everything else, stealing code, everyone says that. Everyone says that you just steal code. And yes, I mean, I did that for the rotation. This rotation code, this isn't mine. This is just, I mean, someone else figured this out, not me. I'm just trying to figure out how to make it work in my scenario, which no one else has done before. No one else has had my scenario right now. Or if someone has, some asshole on the Game Maker forums goes, oh, you can just, you can use shaders for that, so, you know, just don't do this, actually. Just don't. It's like, fuck you, man. Fuck you. I want to not do shaders. I don't care. Program to steal. It's fun to figure yourself. Exactly. And that's exactly what I have to do, is that a lot of this code already exists. I just have to heavily adapt it to work how I want. And I figured out part of it already, the distortion effect for afterwards. I figured that out all on my own. Like, the higher, the lesser the Z coordinate, the more, or sorry, the lesser the Y coordinate, the more you condense the X coordinate in towards the center. And now that I'm doing it like this, oh my god, it's so easy. I mean, maybe, it might have to change some stuff, but, like, it'll be incredibly easy. Shaders are very powerful, and I have no clue how they work, and I want to learn how they work, but I don't want to learn right now because I want to say, look, Ma, I fucking programmed Mode 7 all on my own. That would be so cool. And then I could still make a game out of it? Like, what? That'd be I mean, it's gonna be kind of shitty because I don't know how billiards actually, like, fully works. I just know, like, hit the ball and then there's, like, math and you can figure out the angles and speeds and stuff and velocity, but, like, the draw and the follow and the turning and the pitch of the ball, I don't understand. I don't even know how I'd program it. Oh yeah, Final Fantasy VI also used 1.7. Math 214. It's funny. Yeah. I mean, there is a shader that exists for this, like verbatim. It costs money, but it does exist. But that's not... What do this is like... This game I'm making is not something that, like... I care about as a game experience. I just kind of want to make it and see people go, wow, look at that, that's neat. And they don't play it anymore. That's all I want. Or maybe and then I can play it. I like playing pool. I enjoy that. What if I had like my own little pool I could play? And I already have all the other code figured out for like balls are gonna be billboards on the table and like that kind of thing and like their Y coordinate determines their depth, which would be like how I mean it can determine like their sprite size so that it can look like they're farther away, but the depth also determines how close it looks towards the camera, like it'll layer on top of each other depending on yeah, you understand. I've been editing the numbers. Mike, I looked in DMs. Be nice to me. I need a different song. If I could hit you through the screen right now. Try change. What? Okay. It is still Animal Crossing. This is Wild World. It's the better soundtrack. So was the last one. And what do you mean? What do you mean by change the numbers? HPR. I don't know if you've noticed, but there are quite a few numbers on screen right now. Quite, yes, quite. Only 7 degrees in math to use. I'm taking, I don't know, is the code on the screen or anything related? Yeah, this is, oh, I guess really I'm explaining that. So this is the coordinate points for the corners of the shape. And, this rotates it, direction, obviously, you can tell. These make it so that it's actually on screen and not on the top left corner, because I'm adding it to each, because this, this, is a lot easier to calculate if I just have 0, 0 be the origin. So that's what I did, and then I just moved them over in post, which I'm gonna apply to everything. So that everything's just gonna revolve around 0, 0, and then get moved in post. Which I imagine is probably not too far off from how they did it in Mode 7. Triangles are being drawn. Hi, Lucas. The triangles are being drawn. The triangles are being drawn, but when it rotates, so this is what it looks like normally. It's supposed to look like, but if I turn it 90 degrees, which you would think would make this be it would be the same shape, but 90 degrees, so that, you know, it's just like landscape instead of portrait, right? That makes sense. But when I rotate it 90 degrees, it morphs into the same shape as before, and still portrait and not landscape. If I do it another 90 degrees, same thing. Another 90 degrees, same thing, back to 0, and it's doing that. Yeah, the shape isn't changing properly, and I understand why. Because Game Maker, to do rotations, you have to take a point and rotate its X and Y individually. And so this is the length, and this is the direction. I'm changing the direction, but the length is staying consistent to, you know, keep the shape. But because of that, the X coordinate for each corner has a radius of 80, and the Y coordinate for each corner has a radius of 160. So for the Y, it's rotating at a perfect circle of 160, but for the X, it's rotating at a perfect circle of 80, which is making it have a 2-to-1 kind of ratio of rotation, which is just making it a square that is kind of stretched out whenever it's fully vertical. Does that make sense? Because if I were to make these 80s into 160s, or these 160s into 80s, it would be a square and it would rotate perfectly, but it doesn't. So so I need to figure out how to make it shift between 80 and 160 as it... I just need them to rotate on... Maybe I'm doing this wrong. Because my other thought was that if I double the rotation, my thought was that if I double the rotation system, I don't know. I mean, it could just be fucked, because it rotates by 90, then the 80s should be 160 by versa. My thought was that because the 160 radius is larger, then what I could do was double the direction rotation of the 80s, so that they kind of rotate at double speed, because that's kind of what the 160 is doing. It's just kind of like a double 80. I can't do that without it. Hold on, I guess I'll show what it does. It does this when I do that. Which is interesting to look at, but it's not correct. It's kind of nice with this music. It's almost on beat. Yeah. Multiply what by 1/2? The Y? If I do that, I think it does the same thing. Oh, no, it's worse. Well, I guess I could do that in post, maybe. Would that not just make a square again? Yeah, makes a square. This is not, it's not for Phil Miller game. That's also what that would do. I think you need to make it so the 80s become 160 and vice versa. What do you mean become 160? Mike, I'm ignoring you because I don't like you. No, I'm kidding. Like, replace the 80s with a variable called offset 1, and the 60s with a variable called offset 2, and offset... Oh, so... So do you mean in the time it takes to go from degree 0 to degree 90, change 80 into 160 and vice versa? That is an interesting approach, actually. I'm gonna try that. And then... I guess, okay, so then I need to do... How many... How do you get to... So, it needs to... So you can get to... This by 90 should give me 80. So, okay. 80 divided by 90 equals 0 point a bunch of 8s. Oh, I encase that one in stone. It's getting bigger! Ah! Okay. It is a square. Which is weird that it's... Did I... No. Garrett? Why am I looking at that? Don't make me look at that. Let's bring that back. Let's see that one more time. Rectangle, square. Damn. Rectangle, square. Damn. Girl, why are you so square? That's not right at all. That's... Witherbug, what the hell are you saying? Rain starting in 15 minutes? I don't care. Put it back to the wrong shape. I'm gonna do something, just cause. No, that wouldn't work. No, it didn't work. It kinda did something like... It would be a rectangle, it'd be really thin, but then I'd rotate it and it'd turn like into a square. Then I'd rotate it and it would do like some expanding thing. It was a good idea, but not quite there. It's almost there. Just need the... Hey! Excuse me. I'm sorry, I just sneezed into the mic. No idea. Oh yes, directions. Philip, what are you talking about? I don't know any... Mem. Oh yes, directions. Sorry, I'm just losing it. 32. Nope, it's doing that again. If the job was to make an Earthbound battle background, I'd be pretty good at it. I don't know. Kind of at a loss. Yeah. What if I swapped X and Y? What do you mean? Like in the drawing? Or like made this 60? Oh, let me undo this direction thing. Oh yes, directions. That's a square-ass square. Look, that's so interesting though, because it's doing the rectangle thing again, but sideways now. Oh. Bricks, you were onto something there. Look, so when I rotate it, it's the same rectangle. And if I swap it, look, it's the rectangle again. Then rotate it, it's the rectangle again. Rotate it, and it's the rectangle again. Huh. Ines. That's so interesting. So it... Yeah. $8 to 160. Drink is empty. Nice Bubble Bobble profile picture, by the way. I forgot to comment on it. Love Bubble Bobble. No, it's the same. It's the same because when you edit it on that level, it's the same number. Because this is TLX equal to this, which is TLX right there. So this is just another way to say that all of this here is actually just crammed inside TLX. So if I were to change this, it'd be like if I just changed this up here. There's no difference. I also like watching the square move around, but the square is making me angry right now. So I guess also let me hold on. Ow, I hit my elbow. Okay. No, I did it again. Fuck. X divided by Y offset? X offset, it's minus... No, X offset... No, the X offset is just to get it on screen so it's not in the corner. Because, hold on, wait. If I made these 0, you could see the true beast that lurks. It's just in the corner. So, doing that puts it there instead. Draw, set, mount. If I could spell. Text. Test, no text. Oh yes, direction. I gotta stop with that. Well, that's interesting. I had it backwards. Oh, I opened it in debug. I didn't want to do that. Oh, wait, but that doesn't do what I want it to do. So now I have a number displaying... What's the rotating code then? The rotating code is just this. When I press the right key on my keyboard, take direction away, subtract it by 1 for every frame that right is being pressed. And then I'm putting that number into direction. If I make both plus... Yeah, no. I make it negative to rotate it separately. Yeah. That's how I felt for the last hour. Oh, it's right there. It's like, I know you're not working, but I don't know how to make you work. I can't do it. No. Like on the edge of my seat here. I think the plus, no, that's not doing anything. When you do this, it comments it out, so it doesn't change anything. And that's not, the off 1 and off 2 aren't even implemented anywhere in the code right now, so it's not changing anything. That's why I've been doing this, because making it green makes it not do anything. And what's direction? Direction is a built-in variable that GameMaker just has, it operates on. Direction is automatically equal to 0, and it has like a limit of 360 or 359, I guess. So like it can just do that. It's basically just a number that goes from 0 to 159. And when it gets to 160, it loops back around to 0, and when it gets to -1, it loops back around to 159. It's just a built-in function, which is very nice. That's why it's green. The points. Moving in an ellipse shape instead of a circle. I had a thought a bit ago that was somehow, oh god, it would be so easy if you could just transform sprite. You can already rotate a sprite. You can rotate the sprite all fucking day. It has that built into the draw sprite function. If you draw sprite extended, it has a little thing on the end for just rotation, and you can just rotate the sprite and it works so well. But you can't apply transformations to it because it doesn't have corner. You can't even do that for the rectangle. That's why I have to make this 2 triangles, because you can't do it for the rectangle. The rectangle doesn't have 4 points. It only has 2 points for the one corner and the other corner. And if you do the triangle, it has 3 corners, so you can do 2 triangles and make the rectangle. But if you could just rotate a sprite, then you could apply it to each corner and then it could flat down, but you can't do a flat down, you can do it on the flat plane, you can apply the texture to a 3D plane, you can do a 3D plane with a texture applied to it, but then you can't, you have to figure out how to do fucking 3D with the Z coordinate and the camera and then the pitch of it and the field of view, you have to do that and shit, and then you have to do other controls with it, with rotating and... Oh, but you can't do that because it doesn't work. It doesn't work. None of it works because it's so hard and but it'd be so easy, right? So you can do 3D. It has 3D functions, and then you can do it in Unity or Unreal or something like that. Unity has functions just for this. It'd be so easy if you could just transform the sprites, but you can't transform the sprites. Oh my god, the whole thing relies on doing math afterwards that condenses shit, but you can't. Oh my god. So at least what I got right now. If you do plus 80 offset, the offset is defined as offset equal direction divided by... I assume you mean divided by 90. No, wait. Percent. Direction percent 90 times 80. Oh, is mod? What the fuck is mod? A quotient? What the fuck is a quotient? I took algebra like 2 years ago, my friend. Not to be, no, I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I'm just saying, like, I haven't heard that word since I was a little baby. teachers are right. I would need this one day. Oh. Xmod. Rotated by 45 degrees? I can't do that. I can do that. Look here. It's at 0, 1, 45. Wait, let's see the question. X mod y is the remainder of x divided by y? Is the remainder of x Oh, so it's just... Wait, no, but that would just do that math normally. It's messaging me. Yes! Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's rotating. Sorry, I'm looking at HPR's DMs right now. You sent me a square inside an oval. It is rotating inside an oval because one radius is 160 and one radius is 80, creating an oval. It's the rectangle of circles. I'm rotating a rectangle, so that makes sense. X mod y is the remainder of x divided by y. So the direction mod 90 is the remainder of the direction. Oh, wow, I lost it. So direction mod 90 is the remainder of direction divided by 90, which functionally will always be a value between 1 and 90. So, okay, so that makes sense, I guess. But... So this would be for the X, but then what would I do for... Or I guess maybe that would be the... if I may, steal your code here. Then... Would this be for the Y or the X? Oh, okay. Could you just do like something, but like inverted? I mean, that sounds stupid, but... Like a negative 90 instead? I don't know. Or negative 80. Should this go and create, or... I guess I can just go and... thing. Oh, look at that, it does snap, that's funny. That's really interesting. I think that... Let's try that, subtracting. Yeah, I can't tell either. HPR, it's not rotating like that. It's not rotating like that because they're all moving at the same speed. Or technically, because they're... technically it is moving in a circle, but it's moving... For every part of the circle that is longer, like the farther you go out to the left of that circle, because it's longer, it's gonna travel across it at the same... at a faster speed to compensate, almost. Compensating, I guess, is a good way you could phrase that. Wait, they move faster as they... Huh. Zero idea if this is gonna work, but... No, doesn't work. Rectangle. Rectangle. Looks cool. Offset. Whoa. Hold on. Offset equal dir/mod 180 times 80 divided by 90 plus dir/mod 180 greater than 90. Is that question mark part of the equation? Can you just put a question mark in? No, it doesn't do anything. Wait, that's an if statement? That's crazy. Wait, okay, so then... Placing dir with direction, and that will gradually oscillate between... Okay, so... So, like... Son of a bitch. fine, I'll do it manually. Yes, directions. Okay. If it doesn't work, we're hanging you in the town square tomorrow. I don't make the rules, sorry. Just how it goes. You know, they say, it's just how the cookie crumbles. I'm afraid you're the cookie. You're gonna get crumbled. By me. 'Cause I'm awesome. That's not my fault, is it? Am I still doing any- Oh, I am. Hold on. Sorry. Sorry. Didn't look like it was resetting. That's good. Oh my. It's dancing. That is interesting looking. That is extremely interesting looking. None of them really overlap ever. It does stay intact. Like this point, it's not actually overlapping ever. It's just getting really close to each other. Fucking question mark. It's killing me. 2702? Oh, thank you. Square. Square. Wait, 40, 50. And it's still square, too, which is strange. I mean, it probably makes sense why it's square, but... God, I turned off, like, the code completion thing where it, like, gives me a little pop-up whenever I type literally anything, and now I can just use my arrow keys all the time. It's so nice. That is not it, but it's cool. The bounce is strange. That are like boing, boing, boing. That's interesting. Yeah, no, it is correctly oscillating. It's never like doing anything wrong. Offset to 0 in line 2 so that it's no change and run it. Oh. Wait, offset equal... Try setting offset to 0 in line 2 so that it's no... Oh wait, like... I mean, that's just what it was before. HPR, I know it's stretched out, but... it has to be stretched out. Sorry, and I'm not trying to be rude, but yeah, it's stretched out and it needs to not be stretched out. Yeah, I know the rotation is stretched out. That's that's what I that might be the first thing I figured out, was that it was stretching the rotation because of the different radii. It's so it's weird because it maybe it could have fixed it, but the entire effect hinges on the fact that we want a rotated rectangle. As soon as it becomes a square, it doesn't matter anymore because the square is equal on all sides, so there's no difference. But if we were maybe able to apply this to a rectangle, it could be what we're after. Because when you flip the 80 and the 160 reverse it seems... Oh. Well, yeah. That's what I... Yeah, no, that's what I mean, is that it's the right idea, but something is executing it in a way that turns it into a square, which is wrong. If there is a square, it's, like, broken. Which, I mean, we know that, but... This is different still from the thing I had before. I never got the thing before working mode. This is closer than that. I didn't even have rotation figured out before. I had the distortion effect, but not the rotation. Which I'm probably just gonna copy over here. Frogger 2. Cool. $85 gigabytes? Well, this is my code that makes it like this. It's something with, the points. Because they're being defined by a blank dir. At least it's my hypothesis, anyway. Hypothesis. Alright. Is that diamond shape? Well, yours looks like, yeah, that is. Is direction 0 for my code. Again, I think that, well, it's because, right, because these are set to 80 pixels from the center, 160 pixels from the center. Wait, what? Wait, what? Why is this working like this? The length away of the point to return. The length away of the point. The length away of the point to return. The length from the point that is returning. The point is being returned, and what's the length of it? Direction of the point. But if you're clarifying, if you're already clarifying both coordinates, why does direction matter? Direction shouldn't matter because the direction should be given from the existence of both coordinates. I might be using the wrong function here. Everyone online says to use length dir and length y. Or length dir x and y for this, but you're using a direction and a length to calculate the coordinates. But I'm saying, like, switching is not gonna do anything. Yes, you have a length of 80 and direction of direction. But if you have both x and y established already as 80 and 160, then direction should be irrelevant. Direction should be, you should be able to get direction from that. If you compare, if you're doing like what was it, like the draw line? But it should be, is what I'm saying. But I'm creating, I guess you missed this part of the stream earlier, but I'm creating a rectangle that I had from setting the coordinates to 80 by 160. So I'm using length dir x and length dir y to recreate a shape that had these coordinates before. I could just set this corner to negative 80 negative 80 negative 80 for whatever, you understand. But wait, no. But anyway, I'm recreating a shape that I already had before. I wish I could make it just connected to a circle. HPR, do you know how easy all programming would be if you could just connect something to something else? I'm not trying to be demeaning, but that is what I've been chasing after this entire time, and I wish it was real, but it's not. And that's essentially what I'm doing here, is connecting it to a circle, a fucked up circle. And that's what I tried to do before, but it didn't work, so I went to this. What it was doing when I did that before was that, because that's why this direction thing matters. Because when I was doing it before, for some reason, it was kind of working, but it would, like, invert every coordinate. So if I wanted to move the top left corner 20 degrees to the right, it would move the top right corner 20 degrees to the left. For some fucking reason. And so the shape would kind of just collapse in on itself and then invert. And it would do that for all the corners, and I have no idea why. So it wasn't actually rotating. No, it's... I'm sorry, my throat is very weak. I'm not used to talking for this long. It gives you the X position for... Yeah. So, like, if you're standing in the center... Yes, exactly. I understand that. But... It's looking like that's not what I need. And also, where the fuck is the start position? I'm just assuming that it's 0. But what the fuck? Length dir from what? Length, direction, length from what? Yeah, but like, how would I change that? It's just, if I didn't do this offset thing, then like, I'd be fucked. Fuck, I'd be so fucked. That's okay, that's gay. Thanks, Game Maker. Gay Maker. Happy Pride Month. I'm supposed to be yanked away from it, but just in fact I'm not. I was chosen. I mean, yeah, it's nice that I have this, but like, any other engine would just be able to do this on the fly. I mean, I guess it's my fault for picking Game Maker then, but still. I also haven't gotten to trigonometry yet. I'm still just a freshman in college. I'm gonna turn the stream off at 9 because I'm just tired and want to goldfish and watch YouTube. I guess I'll keep working at this. I'll keep working at this and figure something out. Maybe a way that doesn't involve length dir. Just because it's... Yeah. I mean, hey, listen. I got this fucking far. I workshopped my own, like, distortion thing to make a rectangle into... what the fuck? Trapezoid? That thing? Like, I can figure out a lot of shit if I just think about it for like an hour, and I'll get there eventually. It's just, I don't think length dir is right for this. And considering I got something, not the correct thing before when I just used the straight up coordinates, I think that that's probably the right path, but yeah, this, I don't think so. But this was a good exercise. I learned more about circles. Yeah. I mean, theoretically, yeah. I mean, that's how. If I put my phone down on my desk right now and spin it, that's what you do. But just not easy. And you can't just like make a circle and have the points follow it, sadly. But I'll figure something out. Probably. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what this is doing. It's just not doing it right. It's the wrong radius. Do math and boom. Exactly. That's my life. Alright, I'm gonna turn off the stream. Because I'm tired, but thank you guys for showing up. This is more, attention than I expected for this. Appreciate it. I will figure this out. Thank you for all your help, HPR and Bricks. Radius length, yeah. Oh, this is for something that a sleep-deprived Julie should not be thinking about. Yes, it does. Thank you. Good night, everyone.